Hey guys, it's SkinFreak, and today I'm going to be showing you guys some secret hidden spots on the maps Dust 2, Mirage, and Inferno. Now if you want me to make this a mini series, make sure to comment below which maps you want to see in the next episode, and also don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into the first hiding spots on the map Dust 2. So the very first hiding spot is actually going to take place over in this corner by Cat. Basically, you're going to go on A site and you just want to jump on top of these little like baskets. And pretty much what you're going to want to do is hide in the corner. Now all you need to do is push yourself up against the wall, and as long as you're not looking out onto Cat, the enemy can barely see you. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the enemy view, and as you can see, the enemy will only notice you are there if they're really paying attention and if they see that little slit from your foot. Now you can almost make yourself invisible if you completely turn around and look at the wall, but then you're not going to be able to see Cat. So I recommend looking at the wall but leaving a little strip on the left side so you can actually kind of see Cat, so you can see when people are actually walking up Cat and you are able to kill him. Now this next spot is actually taking place on B site, and it's a really good spot if it's maybe like a 1v1 or a 1v2 and you know that the enemies are around the CT area. So basically you just want to jump on top of these boxes and you want to push yourself up against the wall. Now the only way someone is going to notice that you are here is if they actually come out into the open where you can see them. So you're pretty much going to have the advantage in this location. So if someone does push out, you'll be able to see them most likely before they're able to see you, because the first spot someone peeks when they're coming around this corner is usually behind the box that is down there to the right, and they don't exactly look on top of these crates. So you can stand up here and watch tons, and once you hear people on site or hear them planting or defusing, all you need to do is slowly peek around the corner and you have a perfect view of bomb site, and hopefully you'll be able to kill them before they even notice where you are. Now this next hiding spot is a really great place that not many people take advantage of, and it's very helpful for watching mid or watching B doors. So basically what you want to do is come to these crates and you basically want to look at the corner, and you can jump on the corner and then jump back up on top of the crate. Now from here you can hide behind the crate and watch mid doors, or you can have someone smoke off CT and you can move a little bit more to the left and you can actually watch off mid to B doors. Now if you have a smoke in this location, you're pretty much invisible and the enemy will not even notice you are there. So here is a view of the enemy, and as you can tell, it is only a little black dot for the head, and the only way someone is really going to notice that is if they're already looking. So you have the advantage of the first shot, so make sure you take control of the first few shots before they actually turn around and notice where you are. Now even without a smoke, it's a really good hiding spot, mainly because someone who's just fast peeking CT isn't exactly going to be looking on top of the box and behind it, and they're probably not going to notice you, or at least not on the first take. Now the next hiding spot is pretty much in the same place. What you're going to want to do is jump on top of the crates just like last time, but this time you're going to want to run across and jump onto the crate on the other side of CT. Now from here you want to move to this side and basically hide behind these boxes, and you're going to have a great view of people coming out of mid towards CT or even up towards B site. Now if you maneuver yourself around, you can even see B doors as well as windows, so it's a great little hiding spot and no one is really going to notice you. And if you want to better hide yourself, you can have your friend or yourself throw another smoke in the entryway to CT, and enemies are not going to see you behind the smoke and behind the boxes. It's just a really great hiding spot. The only vulnerability is of course behind you, so if they sneak up Cat or if they're going long, then you're pretty much screwed if you're on your own. Once again, here is the enemy view, and as you can see, this one is almost invisible. You cannot see this person at all unless you're paying very close attention, and if you're using a scope or something to actually zoom in, the enemy will probably never even notice you in time to react. Now this next hiding spot is actually out in the open, and it seems like you're not really hiding, but it actually works very well, especially if you're playing against lower ranks, because they most likely do not check this location. Basically, you're going to go over to car, and all you want to do is crouch against the wall and against this pole, and as you can see, you can look down long and believe it or not, you're going to be shielded by the fire and by the smoke. So the enemy view coming down here, once they peek long, they're not going to notice you are here unless they have an op, of course. But if they're rushing with SMGs or other rifles, they most likely will not notice you. As you can see, my friend did not notice me here, and I didn't even tell him where I was. I told him I was hiding on long, and I told him to just come down long, and he didn't even notice I was here. I came right out and killed him and scared him.
What the? What? I checked car, there's no way!
Now this next hiding spot is a little bit more well known, but it's actually down by long doors. Pretty much you just need your friend to crouch and boost you up on top of these boxes, and then you can hide behind the boxes and just watch door for anyone trying to peek in. And if you line it up correctly, you can get really fast and easy headshots the moment someone walks in, because you're going to actually see their shadow before you see them. So the minute you see a shadow, make sure your shots are ready, and you can even start pre-firing if you would like. So now from the enemy perspective, as you can see, you can barely notice the person up there. Now of course, if you wait too long, the enemy will notice you and might even kill you. But as long as you have some fast reactions, you'll be able to catch them off guard and have the first few shots. Now this last little hiding spot we have on Dust 2 actually takes place on Lower Cat by the stairs, and pretty much all you need to do is have your friend boost you on top of these boxes right here, and all you're going to do is go in the back left corner all the way to the back left, and you're going to hold in A, which is of course your left key. So you're going to be holding in left, and then you're going to want to crouch jump, and once you do this, you're going to be floating up in the air. This is a great advantage to you because you're going to actually be able to see lower tons from this position, and the people in lower tons are most likely not going to notice you. Now in order to stay in this spot, you need to hold in A, and you cannot look too far to the right. If you move your crosshair too far to the right, you're actually going to fall out of the position, and you're going to have to jump back up and get in the position again. Either way, someone coming around this corner isn't exactly going to notice you because this isn't a normal spot for someone to be. This is probably one of the last places someone's going to look when they're hitting the corner, which once again is going to give you the advantage of the first several shots, which could of course help you win the round. Now this last area I want to show you isn't exactly a great hiding spot, but I don't see a lot of users taking this spot to their advantage. So I figured I would show you guys just for the fun of it. So pretty much you need your friend to crouch down right in here and suicide, and you're going to jump on top of them, and then from there jump on top of these boxes. Now if you have an op or a scout or even an AK, this is a great spot to just crouch, and you can watch mid, and being in this spot once again will give you the advantage of the first few shots, because usually anyone peeking through mid or lower tons or even cat is going to look all the way back in T-spawn before they look at the boxes. So you're going to have those few moments to react before they can react to you. So now moving over to Mirage, the first spot I want to show you guys is actually something that takes a bit of teamwork. So you're going to actually need one of your friends to help you out to stay in this spot, but pretty much you're going to want your friend to crouch behind this wall down mid. You're going to jump on his head, and then you want him to stand up, and then you want to jump again. So of course he's standing up and you're standing on his head. Now from here you can look over this area and you can perfectly see window and cat. Now if you really needed to, you could actually jump on top of this ledge, and that will give you the advantage of seeing underpass as well as connector. But I don't recommend that, as of course you'll be out in the open and you won't exactly be hiding. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you the enemy's view of this, and as you can see, this is not a spot someone's going to look at and notice a little black dot. So with a little bit of teamwork, this is a great spot to hide in mid instead of hiding behind the boxes where everyone expects you to be. Now this next spot takes place on mid as well, and basically all you want to do is go in a window and jump out, and you can either have your friend boost you up on top of this ledge, or you can simply run and jump off of the window ledge, and you want to jump on top of this little roof. Now from here you want to make sure you have a smoke grenade, and you simply want to drop the smoke grenade on this little ledge, and that's going to give you the advantage of pretty much smoking off your entire body except for your head. Now from this position you can watch down cat, and most people aren't going to notice your little head peeking out here, and they're going to think that you're in window trying to hide behind the smoke, or you just simply smoked off window and you may be coming cat. As you can see, this is probably one of the best hiding spots, and the people coming from CT to cat aren't going to notice you whatsoever unless you've been doing it all game and they're already pre-firing that spot. Now the next hiding spot on Mirage is actually another teamwork hiding spot, but pretty much all you're going to need to do is have your friend crouch behind this box. You're going to want to jump on top of his head, and then you can have him stand up while you jump as well. Now this is going to give you the advantage of looking over this box, and you're going to be able to perfectly see down ramp, palace, and connector, and you basically have full control of A site while enemies aren't exactly going to notice you right away. This isn't a spot that people normally look at in pre-fire, so you're going to have a small advantage hiding behind this box. Now moving over to Inferno, the first spot I do want to show you guys is actually over by construction, and you may think that you're out in the open, but really you're not. All you're going to want to do is go in this corner right here at the exit from construction to B site, and you pretty much want to just push yourself in this corner. Now as long as you're looking straight into the corner, your body and your weapon are going to be fully hidden from the people in construction, and even if they do a nice little peek towards that corner, they're not going to notice you. But most people don't even peek this corner. They might peek the right real quick, but mainly they're going to be rushing towards B site, so you're going to have the advantage over that. All you need to do is listen to enemy movement, and you'll be able to know when to turn around and fire. As you can see, I completely caught my friend off guard once again. I told him to go into construction, and I told him I was going to hide on B site, and I simply hid in this corner, and he didn't even notice I was there until it was too late. Now this next spot is going to take place over in dark. Pretty much all you want to do is hide in this corner over here, and it's going to be really hard for enemies to see you from far away, and the only way they're going to notice you are here is if they're actually pushing and checking dark. So if it's like a 1v1 situation and you know that the enemy still needs to plant, this is a great spot to just camp and listen for the plant or even the defuse, depending on which team you are on. So as you can see from the enemy perspective, they can barely notice you're there because your clothes actually help blend you into the darkness, and it almost looks like you're just part of the pillar. Now this next hiding spot may seem like an obvious place, and well, that's because it pretty much is, but the reason I am showing you this spot is because you will always have the advantage over the enemy team. So if you're hiding in this spot, you're going to see the enemy's shadow before they can even see you, and you're going to also see their body before they can even notice you are in this crack. So as you can see, the enemy peeking around, I can already see his full body and shadow before he even noticed I was in this corner. It's a great hiding spot, and basically you're always going to have the first shot over your enemy unless they somehow know that you're already in that position. The only downside to that position is it is a place a lot of people check right away, and sometimes even pre-fire, so it's a bit of a risky spot to stay in, but you do have the advantage over the enemy team. So this next spot I'm going to show you guys is on B site once again. Pretty much all you want to do is jump on top of these crates, and you're going to run and do a strafe jump over onto the fountain, and you want to land on top of this fountain. Now it did take me a few tries just because I'm not that great at doing long strafe jumps, but once you get the hang of strafe jumps, they become a lot easier. So pretty much once you jump over onto fountain, all you're going to want to do is jump over to these little barrels, and you're going to push yourself up against the wall. Now once you're against the wall, you want to crouch, and you want to slowly move until your person fully stands up once again. Once you're able to fully stand up, you just want to walk forward until you're pretty much hiding behind this pillar. Now from enemy view, they can only see your 1 foot, so it's most likely not something that is going to be out in the open, and they're probably not even going to notice it is there unless they're specifically looking in that spot for your foot and they know that you're going to be there. Now if you are in this spot, one thing you do want to keep in mind is that you want your gun facing away from the open, because if it is facing in the open and you look down, they will be able to see the tip of your gun, which may give away your position. Now last but not least, this is just a nice little hiding spot in spawn. Pretty much you just want your friend to crouch up on this ledge right here, and then you want to stand on their head, and then you jump, of course, so they're standing up while you're standing on their head, and then all you want to do is do a nice little run jump onto this ledge right here, and you're basically going to be sitting on this balcony. Now if you crouch, you're completely hidden behind this carpet that is hanging off the balcony, but you can't exactly see that well, so standing up allows you to see the entire area, and since this isn't a spot that most people peek or look at right away, you're going to have the advantage there. Anyway guys, that's basically it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like down below, and if you're new, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a future video. By the way, don't forget to let me know in the comments if you want me to make more episodes of this mini series, and if so, let me know which maps you want me to showcase next. Anyway guys, this has been SkinFreak, and don't forget, stay freaky.
Nigga, why you babysitting? Only 2 or 3 shots. I'ma show you how to turn it.